What's going on, guys? TheAireaidLord is here. Welcome back to another vlog. This isn't really about The Walking Dead Season 10. It's more about my experiences at Walker Stalker Con Atlanta. And this is a video I wanted to make in lieu of some people's post-convention thoughts, in lieu of me having come. I left a week ago on Thursday to go to this event, and so I've been back for a few days. I don't know if you can tell in my voice. I don't know how it picks up on the mic, but I know at least from my hearing and just how I'm feeling, kind of run down, bit of a cold from all the traveling. Some days I had to wake up early, like Saturday morning. They had the Negan Judith panel, which I filmed the full thing of. That'll be probably already up by the time you guys see this video. So I had to keep moving, had to always be in lines if I wanted to see all the actors that I wanted to get autographs and selfies with. I always just had to kind of be on the move and watching for just whatever was going on, staying vigilant, alert. And so it was fun. I mean, it was my first time being somebody who's from the New England area, Northeast. I had never been to Atlanta, and so I got a hotel at the Omni, which was close. It was actually, it was connected to the Georgia Congress Center, which is where they held the Walker Stalker Atlanta. So I was able to kind of walk and snake through this tunnel, and then you got right there. It's pretty convenient. So yeah, that part was like the proximity. There wasn't much walking that had to be done. Like the first day that I got there via the train, I was a little confused about like where to go, like where to navigate. But I quickly figured it out, quickly processed it. So that was cool. They actually give you a discounted rate on the hotel for those who were from out of state, didn't have the ability to drive there. You could get a hotel bundle for it was like the price was way less. Like they didn't charge you as much, supposedly. So that was nice. So going into it, a few things that I noticed. A lot of people there told me that last year's Walker Stalker Atlanta for 2018 was way different than 2019. Apparently a lot more guests came. Apparently it was a lot more organized. Like on Friday when I went, they didn't even have some lines that were designated for certain tier levels. So when I say tier levels, there's general admission, there's silver admission, there's gold admission, and there's platinum admission. All right, so there's four tier levels. Now, general admission is just a standard, like $55 ticket. It gets you in. You can see and walk around whatever you want. But if you're going to meet the actors, you got to stand in the general admission line. So it basically means that the higher access, the platinum being the highest, that means you can go meet the actors and get in the fast lane. Almost like if you guys go to Epcot, to Disneyland, if you go on any of the rides, they have like the fast pass lane for Disneyland rides, so you can just kind of cut the line and go faster. As a kid, when I went with my family, that was something we did, so that's kind of what I attribute it to. It costs way more money, and I got the gold pass, wanted to make that investment purely on the basis of wanting to meet as many actors and actresses as possible, because you could use it on every line, and you could meet as many as them as you basically had time for in the convention center. So at the end of this video, I'm going to do a film reel with some Walking Dead music over it of the actors, like the pictures that were taken. Like I'm trying to remember, I met a bunch of people. I got signatures. Some people I didn't get selfies or signatures from. I guess I should show you this poster. So this is one thing. I brought this around in my, it was in the tube that it came in when I bought it. And so you can see I got Beta Alpha, Alden Enid. Abraham signed over Eugene because Eugene wasn't there. Henry. The actor who plays Gavin, I had him sign this because he was just all by himself at his table. So I went and met him. And because Henry kills Gavin in the mid-season premiere of season 8, he wrote Death to Henry. That was pretty funny. Aaron, I don't know if you can see that. There's Aaron's signature on the left there. There's also Kaylee Fleming. You can see that, like, just to the left. I don't know if you guys can, like, see that. It's kind of dark. Greg Nicotero drew in the silver right near Carol. And then Kelly Kelly did silver as well. So I'm noticing that the silver is picking up way more than the black Sharpie, which is okay. I still need to frame that. And I didn't get all the signatures as you saw in that poster. That's like a promotional for season 9. They had that, by the way, on Shop The Walking Dead. After a Talking Dead episode, Chris Hardwick was like, "Oh, there's only like 500 of these posters, lithograph posters, and you can get one of them." And when I met Greg Nicotero, he actually told me that the artist who made that and signed it at the bottom is one of Greg Nicotero's friends in the art department. So that was very interesting. And my meeting with Greg Nicotero was very interesting. So I got a selfie with him. I got an autograph from him. And I should mention that the autographs and selfies for each actor and actress was different. So Samantha Morton's autograph was $100. $100 to get Samantha Morton's autograph. Meanwhile, Ryan Hurst, who plays her counterpart character, his autograph and selfie, I think it was around $60. So for an autograph and a selfie, you get more than just Samantha Morton's autograph. And she wasn't doing selfies. She was only doing autographs. You could take a professional photo with her, but I only did the autograph because I still got to meet her, got to still shake her hand, sitting at the table, very nice. And so that was, I just wanted to meet her. I wanted to get her signature. And so this is one of those things where you have to go in expecting to spend a lot of money. Now, something I didn't realize is that the ATM machines at the event are all a trap. What I mean by that is that whenever you go to them to withdraw money, there's like a $5 charge because it's not your bank. And so I was getting like double, triple, quadruple charged because the max amount of money that you could take out is $120. So they would actually cap off how much money you could take so that they could get you to go back into the system and keep withdrawing and just get more money out of you. Like they'd make money in service charge fees that way. So it's a pretty slimy way of doing business. Now, granted, before I left, or even when I arrived there in Atlanta, I should have, because my bank carrier is an international, national brand that's well known, and I should have gone to a bank teller or something and withdrawn money from my account so I had physical cash, because they only accepted cash at the booths where you met the actors, because they'd have volunteers who would take that money when you'd make your transaction. So I should have had a giant chunk of money in my wallet so I didn't have to go through all those fees. That was a rookie mistake on my part. So I thought, because I had a good chunk of money in my wallet when I went there, and I didn't think I was going to burn through so much of it. And then sure enough, 40 for this one, 60 for this one, 100 for this one. Like, you spend like as much, if you get like a gold pass that's worth like 600, you're paying almost as much as that pass just to meet these people. Like, in all actuality, like that's the case, which is crazy. Not to mention the hotel fee for 3 nights, the plane ticket fee to get there. Like, you're looking I mean, just being transparent with you guys, like, for as somebody who didn't live in Atlanta, like, it cost, I'd say, almost $2,000 to do this entire thing. Like, if you're talking plane ticket, hotel, event ticket, autographs, photos, miscellaneous, like, if you can see that poster in the background that has the hand like that, that's Land of the Dead. It's a George Romero film, and I bought that poster. And actually, I can show this one to you guys too. This is a big poster. I bought another poster, which I have to hang up. I don't know when I'm going to hang it up. For any of you guys who are into Stranger Things, this is a season 3 Stranger Things poster. It's pretty cool. Yeah, feel free to pause the video if you guys didn't see that. You can just pause it when I show it. So I got that. I mean, you got to think about all the money. And the thing is, I bought my tickets for this event in April of this year. So basically 6 months before it started, I had made the majority of my purchases. So the money that I had accumulated back then, and then I made money at my full-time job over the spring and summer into the fall. So like the costs were split, like between April for the initial investment and fall for the end investment in terms of everything that I was buying there. Not to mention food and stuff, you know, because I'm not home to cook food. I had to go out and get it at restaurants and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, expensive. And that's separate from the faults of the convention. That's just more a byproduct of going. And for anyone who goes to any type of convention, whether it's music, any entertainment-based convention, you're gonna run into cost problems. So you want to be cost effective going into it in terms of travel, food. I mean, at one point I had a Dasani water bottle that I just kept, and I was just refilling it. And, you know, instead of buying $4 waters, when I get my lunch, I would just refill the water. That way I wouldn't have to keep spending money on sodas for drinks. I could just have a water where I would just have that be my drink. You learn as you go, and I think doing more. I mean, I haven't been to a convention since PAX East, and you know, that was, I think that was like, what, March of this year, 2019. So I don't go to too many like conventions, you know. It's most of the time I'm just watching the stuff, making the videos here. I'm very busy these days. This was an outlier event to go to. I had planned it, and I knew it was going to be big to meet these actors, so I plunged in. I kind of like went all in on the one event. So that's all the planning and the stuff that went into it that I had to do. Now, the issues that people had, so as I was saying before I talked about my experience and what I paid, they weren't marking badge levels on the ground first day. So you had to ask volunteers, and they were even unclear, because some people's booths were bigger than other people's, and it got confusing. Then you had the photo ops, which, to my knowledge, they had a different photo company last year who were taking pictures. And photo op means you get a professional photo taken with the actor that you choose. I got one with Jeffrey D. Morgan, which I showed you guys. I can show you guys again. I showed this at the beginning of my episode 3 reaction. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. He honestly, I learned on Sunday that he was not taking autographs, and I wanted to get his autograph, or I just wanted to meet him. So I was like, fuck, like if he's not doing autographs, how am I going to meet him? Luckily, they had a few photo ops available, and I was able to get that photo taken with him. And it was going to be the same price as, because they offer you photo opportunities with the actors. If you get like a gold pass, I got codes to buy like photos with him or Norman Reedus. And I opted not to, just because I wanted to just get his autograph, but day of, I ended up having to do that. So, it is what it is. But, I mean, that's a cool photo. I can frame that, and that's a memory of having met him, and I still got to meet him. He loved my outfit. He was like, dude, you look so cool, because I dressed up as Negan, obviously. So, that was really fun. But on Sunday, they had volunteers trying to clear the chaos, because I guess on Saturday, some people weren't getting to their ops. At one point, the company, like Froggy Photos, just like walked out, and they changed photo companies from last year to this year current. They changed photo companies, and so I think a lot of people were up in arms about that. So, because you had an efficient, smooth system last year, and now this year was completely different, and for the worse. Granted, by the last day, they were trying to mitigate and help people, but it was definitely kind of shocking. And for any of you who have seen some of the actors and actresses, like Angel Theory, who plays what's her character's name? The semi-deaf one. Kelly from The Walking Dead. She had a lot of issues. I saw she was on Instagram Live. The actor who plays the asshole savior with the long hair, who takes Morgan's stick, that guy also said he's not doing Walker Stalker again. There were just a lot of actors who weren't treated fairly, and I let me just say, I know that the guy James, who was like in the hot seat, in the commander seat for this event, was mainly to blame. That seems to be the guy that's getting all the blame. But he just announced the other day that he's stepping down from operations. So I don't know how Walker Stalker proceeds from here, because who is going to take up operations is my question, because they were already downsizing the event to only being in Atlanta, and now you're losing somebody who had that experience. And are you going to be able to have staff and leadership that's going to continue it, contacting agents and making sure all these things can come together? I mean, there's a lot of vendors too that rely on this for fan interaction to sell their products from their businesses. So I don't know. I honestly saw this Walker Stalker as like one of my last chances. Like, this is my last chance to meet some of these actors, to get these autographs. I bet you this is the only one Samantha Morton's going to do, because she lives in Atlanta now because she's on the show, but she's originally from the United Kingdom. So she's probably not going to be swimming around Atlanta a year from now. Like, my prediction is her character is going to be killed off at some point in season 10. So if they have a Walker Stalker in 2020, I don't think she's going to still be in Atlanta. Again, I'm assuming her character is going to be dead. If they follow the comics and the timeline would make sense, it'd be crazy for her to be in 3 seasons of the show. I just think it would make sense for Alpha to die in the second half of season 10. So yeah, I just... for me, I had to take advantage of some of those actors who weren't going to be around. And so she was one of them. And I'm just thankful, because I feel like I got like the last ferry off the island. Because this, in my opinion, probably is going to be the last one they do. One of the last ones they do. And a lot of the actors were probably pissed off with how this was run. Because the fans communicate that to them. The fans tell them like how angry they are about how things are run, how long the lines are, how inefficient the photos were, how like some of the perks that were promised to platinum and gold members. Like, there was no meet and greet for platinum and gold people. There were just like little perks you were supposed to get with your badge that like really weren't fulfilled to the max. And it just felt lackluster. It just felt like they were doing things off the cuff at the last minute. Like, I was able to... The funniest freaking story. I think it was Thursday night, and I was trying to pick up my badge for Will Call. And I end up wandering into the convention center, after talking to a security guard who was trying to like become friends with me or something, and he told me I could walk in and figure out, because the Georgia Convention Center has an A, B, and C section, and the Walker Stalker was in section B, but I was walking around in section C, so I had no clue where I was going or what I was doing. So I ended up walking on the convention floor, and I took a photo when I was walking by. Like, they were just setting up and constructing things, putting set pieces in, and it was hilarious because I'm like, I'm behind the scenes right now, and I shouldn't be, and there probably should be more security defending this. Yeah, I don't know. Just, it didn't seem professional. That's the thing. It felt lackadaisical, and there was a lack of professionality that I was hoping for and also assumed because of the talent they were bringing on, because of the actors they had there. I just assumed that there would be more professionalism, that volunteers wouldn't be blindsided by cancellations, that they would be more in the know about where lines are, when and where actors are canceling, starting, setting up, making sure panels start on time, just like things that just should be succinct and that should just keep the ball rolling. And the consensus I got from a lot of people in person there was that they were frustrated and that they were probably not going to go to a future convention, that they weren't going to spend money. Because again, it's an investment, it's a lot of money, and unless you live close or you're a diehard fan and that's all you do is save your money for this event, like, I don't see why you would keep sinking the cash in to go. It just seems ill-advised, I suppose is the best word. So that's all I have to say. I enjoyed my time thoroughly. Some of the cool memories that I had with Greg Nicotero, him being just so personable. The photo with Jeffrey Dean was awesome. Samantha Morton is just, the panel that she was on, like, she was just giving such great, like, soliloquies, answers, like, like ethical human right problems and how the arts and media and being an actress in this show and some stories that have happened to her. And her knowledge and the way she was communicating it was just so amazing to see. Like, everyone was dead quiet during that panel, just locked into what she was saying. And there were just a lot of highlights. There were a lot of highlights, despite the bad stuff. Like, there's two categories right here. You got the good and you got the bad. And which, it's the it's the old cliche. Are you a glass half full or a glass half empty kind of person? So which one are you going to let dominate your perception, I guess, is the best way to look at it. But overall, I had fun. I just wish it was a little bit, like, it was tightened up in some areas. And, yeah, I don't know if I really would go to another one. I don't know if I have the money to go to another one. It seems like in 2020, Atlanta's the only one they're going to do. And I'd say other than Andrew Lincoln, who wasn't there, who plays Rick, I think he's the last guy I want to meet. Like, he's the only one, other than maybe a few got pieces here and there. But yeah, other than that, like, I met a lot of the major pieces of the show, and it was cool to do. I went all out for it. I did do this con in Boston in 2017, but I only had general admissions, and I only got to meet like 3 people. So yeah, I'm just glad I had the chance to do it again, and I went all out for it. It was expensive, but I've had great memories from it. So let me know if you went to this event. What did you think? Did you have a great experience? Were there some things that didn't go so well? Feedback for the event. I mean, that feedback wouldn't be for me, but I'm sure people have roasted the Walker Stalker Facebook page plenty. Look at all the comments there. It's quite hilarious. But yeah, I mean, then what do you think about James stepping down? Again, I don't know James. I know that he's been in charge of this thing for a while. Him and this other guy, Eric, started it, and I guess James has been really shady and slipping, not giving refunds, and so I think that's the biggest thing. People who buy something and it gets canceled, and like people just not getting refunds, and That hasn't happened to me. But for people who sink hundreds of dollars and the event gets canceled or something and they have a legitimate reason to have their money refunded and it doesn't get refunded, that's a big warning sign. And again, I can't speak to that because it hasn't happened to me, but I can understand people being angry about that. So, all right, guys. I'm going to cue the photo reel. These are all the photos that I took with actors and actresses other than the Jeffrey Dean photo, which I have a physical copy of. And I hope you enjoy. Here's some music to go along with it. And I guess until next time, if there is a next time, this was a cool thing to do. I actually met some fans. I think I met like a couple fans, like 3 or 4, who were fans of my channel, who recognized me. So that's really cool. If you did meet me, I enjoyed talking to you. Thank you very much. Means a lot that somebody doing reactions, channel updates, the occasional vlog, that I could make a difference and I mean something to the average con goer or just the average Walking Dead fan. That means a lot to me. I appreciate that, guys. And I hope to see you for more of my future content down the road. Peace out and enjoy the photos.